When it comes to the covert side of narcissism, this is what makes it a little bit more hidden and not so obvious. Whether you're dealing with overt or covert, they're very challenging people to get along with without you being manipulated and exploited so that they can get their needs met without you fawning to their behaviour. All narcissistic people are more than capable of acting in covert ways in order to get their needs met. Covert is more a underhand, subtle approach where a narcissist is going to do things such as dry begging to get their needs met by you. So instead of asking directly for something, they're going to drop those subtle hints in a manner that makes you feel guilty or obligated into doing something or buying something for them. And then if you ever dare bring it up, they can simply just turn around and say, I never asked you to do that for me. I never asked you to buy that for me. So with their double standards, they expect you to be eternally grateful for anything they've ever done for you, which they've only ever done for you to manipulate you, to exploit you. Yet anything you do for them, they're not interested in that. They didn't ask you, they didn't make you, that's your doing. They're very hypocritical. They have that exaggerated sense of self-importance, and they believe that they're entitled to have everything their own way, and they lack the empathy to care for how their behaviour affects those around them. They have a hard time relating to how their behaviour affects those around them. You can try and explain to them, it doesn't compute within them. They're not interested. They only have that self-serving empathy in order to get their needs met. They are very grandiose. So with a covert narcissist, the grandiosity is a lot more subtle. They still have that inflated ego and that inflated sense of self-importance. However, they usually are more prone to playing the victim in order to get their needs met. They play the victim not only to smear somebody else's name, to ruin somebody else's reputation. They play the victim to gain that validation and sympathetic attention that they themselves weren't the problem, and they rewrite it within their mind that they weren't the problem. And because they're getting that external validation from others that they weren't the problem, they genuinely believe that they're not the problem, that everybody else is causing the issues. They play the victim to gain that support and to isolate the very person who the narcissist actually victimized. They have those passive aggressive behaviours, so you'll often notice they seem to be trapped in that negative mindset. They can procrastinate a lot, yet if you take a break, they'll accuse you of being lazy, yet it's okay for them to take a break. They have those double standards. They can be extremely sarcastic when it suits. They can fall silent on you to get their needs met by you. They can ghost you. They can withdraw any form of attention, affection and support to punish you. There's lots of broken promises, the narcissist future faking. So they will promise you something in the future to get their needs met in the present, and then when the future inevitably arises, they forget all about that promise they made to you, or they shift the blame onto you. They go all out to gaslight you, to distract you from the situation you are in. They can be incredibly indecisive, and you can ask them about an event coming up and just say, hey, we've been invited here, would you like to go? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing then. How am I supposed to know? They don't want to commit to anything, and they also enjoy you chasing them for the answers, and they offer those backhanded compliments in order to flatter you, to butter you up while they actually are insulting you. They can be very big on perfectionism. They like everything to look good to the outside world. It's the image they're selling, not only to those around them, but also to themselves. They need that constant admiration and praise and validation. You'll often notice if they do anything for you, they will go on and on and on until you thank them or until you tell somebody else just how amazing they are. They might mask it, but deep down they're very insecure people, which is often why they go around pulling everybody else down so that they can feel better about themselves. Now, yes, we are all capable of displaying some of these behaviours. We're all capable of getting into a disagreement with a person and just going quiet because we're not sure what to say. We're all capable, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist and their unbelievable behaviour, of being sarcastic to them in return. We're all capable of having a moment of feeling negative, especially when you are around a narcissist. Narcissistic people tend to set the environment for you, so you begin acting like the narcissistic one. The narcissist flees and behaving in that negative manner, and you're the one that then ends up questioning whether you're the narcissist. And as you are the victim, you can potentially then develop the victim mindset, which it's not your fault that you were the victim. However, you do have to get yourself out of that victim mindset in order to recover. We can all be perfectionists in certain areas of our lives. That alone does not make somebody a narcissistic person. They would need at least 5 of the 9 criteria and that consistent pattern of behaviour. So, for example, someone who's suffering with anxiety and PTSD might show signs of negativity. They might show signs of procrastination due to the situation that they have currently find themselves in, and they're usually trying to find a way out of it. With a narcissist, if they want to do something, they're more than willing to go and do it. If they don't want to do something, they won't. Remember, if they wanted to, they would. In a healthy relationship, you do things for each other that you don't necessarily want to do, but because you care about them and you're helping to lighten the load for them. You help each other through the burdens of life. There's always things we don't want to do. In a narcissistic relationship, the narcissist expects you to do everything while they sit back and do absolutely nothing. Any signs of covert narcissism that you notice, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot come no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, and the links to those will be in the video description also. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.